Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie. We'll get into the forecast and what you expect here in a moment. Over the next 48 hours, what's coming? Hubba, hubba, hubba.
Burr.
Nice green shirt there.
You like it? I figured, I don't go with this, you can't wear this, you can't wear that. I open the closet, grab the one shirt, stick it in.
You're that guy that picks the next shirt in line.
Sometimes I just reach in there and grab something.
Nothing wrong with that, Odie.
I just hope that I didn't wear it that day. Amy washed it that night, and I picked the same thing up again.
Well, I'll forgive you. I've got, being honest, I've got like probably 4 or 5 shirts that look identical. That same shirt, just a different one.
Just a little different.
Well, I got several that are just the same. Because I like the way they look. So I'll buy 4 or 5 that look just alike. And off I go.
Too. I use them for work, my uniform. But
got a little circle on it.
Yeah. I got Odie. A bunch of them the same.
Good morning. We do hope you're doing well as we all get up and we start this day. I want to address something without saying something. I've gotten several inboxes about a situation about a child in Lauderdale County. We can't cover stories that can't be proven. And I'm just touching on that. Now, if anyone thinks that a child is being abused or something that is happening, please contact the police. Or what's that agency?
911 sheriff. You can do
the agency that looks into this.
Oh, CPS.
CPS. For some reason, I was blank. If you suspect anything that is happening in a family, please contact that. I did see some text that makes you go, "Oh no." And whatever you read, sometimes it can be a lot worse at home than we see on the surface. Again, we don't know any of this to be facts. It is floating around the internet world, and we hopefully law enforcement will investigate if there is something there.
It's being investigated. We'll see how far that is.
And again, what someone does in their personal life, an employer has no control of what they do away from work. Keep that in mind also. Some folks always want to call an
employer and say you need to get rid of them. And
you can't do that.
Your employer is stuck because he's not a judge and jury.
No.
And he cannot say you're guilty and fire you when you haven't been found, because you are innocent until proven guilty.
Correct.
After the fact, then something can be done if you are not acting professional, in a professional manner.
If that goes into your job, then that's a totally different ballgame.
Yep.
But so that's where we are on that. And again, we addressed it without addressing it, and you have to do it that way. And we certainly appreciate all the remarks being sent in. But if you suspect anybody, anything like that, contact a law enforcement agency and let them know about it. They'll investigate. They'll go knock on the door and say, "Hey, how you doing? We'd just like to make sure little Susie, little Tommy is okay." And that's the way things are done.
It's kind of like, how can I say this? It's kind of like when you have a bunch of people together to talk and you have a bunch of cameras and microphones around, and somebody says something and your microphone picks it up. Somebody's watching your page and thinks you said it and blames you for saying a remark that somebody else said, and you're sitting back going, I didn't say it. Go back and listen. You can promise you it wasn't his voice.
Let me say it this way. I did not accuse a individual at a press conference of breaking the law while a press conference was going on.
Yeah.
Although I got a real nasty message later in the day that was implying that I did. I did not. At a press conference, numerous agencies show up to ask questions.
Yeah.
Some just jump right on out there and say things that I would not say. And did I do that politically correct?
You did.
Okay, I'm just trying to keep it down the middle of the road there. It's okay not to like me, but
Hey, people don't like you.
there's a few that sometimes show up on the page. They wear an orange, and their third cousin gets mad about it. I have had that happen, Odie. It's gonna happen.
Hanging out with you, I done had a few haters myself. Yeah, I mean, hey, what the heck?
But the bottom line, no matter who it is, once you have been taken into custody, we're going to talk about this. We're going to show your picture, whether it's my family, Odie's. Should Amy go to jail tonight, I'm going to have Amy's picture. Should Angie go to jail?
I might not come into work tomorrow.
But we are fair no matter who it is.
Wait a minute. Didn't you stick your brother on here?
I did. And it was the right thing to do. If you do something that crosses a line, then we do a story on it. But we don't make things up. It's not one of those when you go to a scene. Now, let me explain this. When you're live on a scene, sometimes information changes while you're live. You can show up to a scene, and I walk up and they'll say, we think 3 people have been shot here.
Yeah.
After we settle down, everybody gets to the hospital, we realize it was just one that was shot. Sometimes that happens, and we correct as soon as we get it. But when you're live, things often change. It's kind of like the weather. It changes just like that, too. We get all that straight.
Yeah, I think so. Hey, we got to do a big good morning shout out. Meridian, Mississippi has a bunch of visitors here in town, and we know that y'all are up watching us this morning. And we just want to say welcome to Meridian. Thank y'all for coming to Meridian. And Michael Ted has moved a little forward and brought the Mississippi Fire Chiefs Association Conference right here to Meridian, Mississippi, downtown at the Raleigh Center.
Roughly 200 chiefs from across the state of Mississippi are in town. A great economic thing for our community as they'll walk the streets. And I want to remind you of this. The street beside the MSU Raleigh Center is going to be blocked off because they have new fire equipment they're showing off. Things that put out fires quicker and that they can work with. There you go. Yep. Steve Ratcliffe having a hard time sleeping. Is that what he said?
I think so.
Oh, rat.
Because that's why I'm always tired, because there's a few people out there that I run around their head all night long. But I live rent free in their head. They can't go to sleep. They can't do none of that because Odie's on the mind. So I imagine
it's what I suspect that is that old girl that Odie didn't call back. Do you remember watching the Blues Brother where she followed him around in that Pontiac? And she jumped out.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. We're going to find out all about the Boy Scouts. What's going on with them? Neat thing coming up. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top-notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Doc's delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm 45 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
As I see them all starting to trickle in, if you haven't gotten your birthday to us, please put it in the comments. Odie's ink pen is just swooping across there.
It's a running out, but we're going to get them, and we're going to let everybody know at the end of the day that you got a birthday or an anniversary.
There you go.
We want both of them in there.
the scouting adventure, where it teaches young men to become young men. And well, we got the man himself. James, how in the world are you doing today?
I am good. Thank you for having me out today.
Y'all got your big Eagle Scout breakfast coming up?
We do. Eagle Club breakfast is coming up, so we're excited about that. It's on February the 11th, so it's right around the corner. I don't know how we got to 2025 already. It's great.
And we're already talking February.
So, I know. But we've got an exciting speaker coming this year, Michael Durant. He's a military veteran, and if you've ever seen the movie Black Hawk Down, he is the pilot that was captured and stayed for a number of days.
He's got some stories,
and he does. And I just finished reading his book, In the Company of Heroes. Man, that's all I got to say.
It is.
He's written 2 books, and if you're going to read one, that is the book to read before you come to this event. The other book is good, but this is the one that tells the story about Black Hawk Down.
Now, and this is going to be held over at Faith Baptist. What does it involve? Do you rent a tape? How does it work?
So there's a few different options to come. So you can buy a seat at the event. We do have table hosts out in the community recruiting people to sit at their tables. So if somebody wants to have a table themselves and host a table, they can invite their friends to come sit with them. But if you're not invited by a table host, you're welcome to give us a call or visit our website to get a ticket to come in. Well, it's not really tickets, but we're hoping that you will make a contribution back to scouting when you come, and we hope that Michael Durant will inspire you to do that. So.
And again, it teaches, scouting is all about teaching young men to grow up and be great people in the community. And boy, y'all work hard behind the scenes.
We do. And scouting, I grew up in scouting. I think Odie's an Eagle Scout.
I am an Eagle Scout too,
it shaped my life in so many ways and opened up so many opportunities for me as a young man to do things that most of my schoolmates weren't doing. All kinds of trips that we went on. And then, on the back side of that, we're teaching character development, leadership skills, and all those things that are just built into the program. And these kids are having fun. Scouts are having fun doing these wonderful things that we've got going on. And they just don't know the things that they're actually learning until they get older in life.
Let me ask this, because I had to be fair and honest about everything. When I decided to become a Boy Scout, it was the number one thing in Kemper County you had to learn was to cook chitlins, and I dropped out.
We didn't have that.
It was the who could be the best chitlin, and I dropped out. Is there a difference in between being a regular Boy Scout and becoming an Eagle Scout? Is there a difference there?
So along the way, obviously, we start young. We start with kindergartners now in the programs that we offer. And you don't have to start in kindergarten. You can start at any point in the career of scouting to become an Eagle Scout up until about age 16. Once you get past age 16, it becomes really difficult to get your Eagle Scout because your timeline is very constrained because you have to have it by 18. But we're teaching leadership skills, and one of the things that the founders of Scouting and Baden Powell wanted every scout to do was at least make it to first class. The goal is not Eagle Scout. That is a goal for a lot of scouts that join, is to get to Eagle Scout. But first class really gives you the fundamentals of leadership skills, character development, and a lot of positive things in your life to go forth and learn from.
Well, and that's good. And again, give us the dates of that this is going to be happening. And again, you can buy a ticket or make a donation. Maybe that's a better word for it to come to attend.
Sure. It's on February the 11th. It's at Faith Baptist Church, and doors will open at 7:30. The program will start. It's an early morning breakfast, so we're trying to do this for those business folks that want to come and support scouting and hear a great speaker. And it's for anybody in the community that wants to come and hear the speaker and wants to give back to a program that's shaping our young people, both men and women, as they get older in scouting. So the opportunity to join scouting is also there too. We went through the fall and we do a huge fall recruiting here in the community. And it's never too late to join scouting. One of the fun events that's coming up that most of our Cub Scouts try and participate in is called the Pinewood Derby Race. So
I've heard talk about
that is coming up on February the 22nd. So if you are an adult and you remember doing your Pinewood Derby race and you would like to get your young son or daughter involved in our programs, give us a call. We'd love to have you come participate in that event with us.
Do you have to? Is that where you build your own little
build
derby
your own
car?
little car and you race it down a track?
Comes in a pack, and you have to put it together, put graphite on it, and put weights in it.
So we got a build weekend this coming weekend over at the Knights of Columbus. So if you're interested in joining scouting, come out to the Knights of Columbus this Saturday morning. And we'll be out there building cars, and I'll be there, and we'll get you signed up for Cub Scouts right away.
How about a telephone number to learn more about who we call?
601-693-6757 is our office number. You can also go to our brand new website. We launched a new website on January 1st. It's ChoctawAreaCouncil.org. You can still go to our old website, cacbsa.org. It'll redirect you to the new website, but we do have a new website we launched, and it is smart device friendly.
Yeah.
The old website was not. You couldn't navigate it on your phone if you wanted to go there.
Gotcha. Well, don't run off. We'll have some more questions for you here in a little bit. We want to point out also that due to inclement weather, Meridian High School has changed a game. They're going to have Meridian versus Brandon played Thursday night at 6 p.m. and 7:30. So for the possibility of inclement weather there.
Yeah, good. Trying to keep everybody safe. Buses on the roads, and just want to be extremely careful during this weather.
And again, we're going to go back over this weather forecast of what we have at this point of what's going on as we glance at radar this morning. Here's what we got here. Now, the blue is a winter storm watch, Odie.
Yep.
This over here is a winter storm warning. And if you'll look at this, how much area is under this. This area south of here's Meridian. We're going to see right here along this line north of Philadelphia, possibly some ice and things that may stick and snow a little bit there. Up in this area is going to be seeing some significant snow probably. Our area, anywhere south of that line right in here, is going to be most likely rain. Now, at the same breath as we say rain, I'm not saying that you're not going to see a snow flurry go by and you go, what was that?
Yeah, there's a possibility. Don't look for it to hit the ground and stick around.
Correct. Now, what could change this? The temperature dropping a little bit. Originally, when we started talking about all this weather, it was forecasted to be 28, 29 degrees. And if you get anything that falls from the sky at 28, 29, it's sticky.
Yeah, it's going to stick.
We're now forecasted anywhere between 31, 32 being that's freezing
mark, but it's not cold enough really to sustain it.
Yeah, that 29 is almost that perfect blend to cause a mess. We're not in that mess right now. So we're looking for a big rain event should this change. But we also urge you to understand you will not be northbound out of Meridian Friday morning.
No. You might want to leave today or tomorrow and go ahead and get where you're going to get you a hotel room if you got to be north, because you're not going to have an easy time getting around up north of us.
That's correct. More coming up at the Scotty Ray Report. It is Wednesday, Odie, a midweek show.
Well, we were already talking about, we've got February things happening we're talking about. It's 2025. How are we a quarter of the way through the 2000s?
I was looking at the board over there. Mardi Gras Parade coming February 22nd to downtown Meridian.
Yeah. 2025. That's what
Bees
gets me.
Flying in the cold weather.
It's going to be a little cool.
It is. Come out and support that. It's a fun event if you've never been to the Mardi Gras events in Meridian. I thoroughly enjoy that every year. We'll be right back as we begin this morning.
Hi, folks. Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. And welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray. Odie, as we begin this, we're learning more about the Boy Scouts as we move along this morning. Robin,
awesome group.
Robin says she's just going to order her some beads there. They're fun. You'll enjoy them there.
Bunch of people this morning saying that their sons are Eagle Scouts, and I tell you, it's tough. It's not easy. You've got to work at it. You got to push through it. But it's an awesome
How'd you do on your
feeling.
chitlin contest?
We didn't do chitlins. We did chili or something. Maybe you misread chili and thought it was chitlins and said you wasn't going to cook none of that. And you
No.
left.
I remember arriving and went, yeah, it's time for me to go home. Yep, I need to ride back to the house.
If we'd have done chitlins, I'd have left too. I would not be where I am today.
It's funny how things shape from a small child. That smell, you can't shake it. Odie, it's horrible.
No.
It's horrible. And who was the first person that ever decided, hey, let's cook this?
He was hungry. And he done ate everything else. So
You
that's all I
had
got.
to be. You had to be starving. Oh my goodness!
I mean, at least put some flour on it or something. Throw some batter on there.
The moral of this story is there's tougher people than me. That's what we're getting to here.
I ain't never been that hungry. I'll chew on a leaf before I eat some of these.
You become a vegan.
You got that right.
But with all sincerity, there are people who are chitlin experts that love that stuff.
Oh, and they eat it up, and more power to you.
I've seen a lot of folks in Louisiana that are really involved in it. They can eat anything down there. Did you ever notice that? Them pots they open, don't you just reach in and grab that.
The only thing they got left of a pig is a hoof.
Remember that as a small child too.
What they call that? They eat from the rooter to the tutor.
That's about right. But I remember watching that one time, and you know those hoofs can move around all by themselves. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that to where it just. And I was like, maybe that'd take me home.
You in the wrong place.
I was in the wrong place. We had tragedy break out yesterday afternoon in the southeast community.
Man.
There's no other words to do this. Neighbors are speaking of trying to start either a GoFundMe, a fund somewhere to help out with this. I want to say the person who lived there, Miss Jo, was at the doctor's office. I'm not sure whether she was there for a visit or she was actually in the hospital.
No, she was in the hospital.
Okay.
She had went to the emergency room yesterday morning. And now this happened while she was there. Sad situation. Her fur babies didn't make it out.
And she had 4 fur babies, didn't she?
Yeah. She doesn't have anything left.
Everything is gone.
Need community help. And community has already stood up to help her during this time.
Now here's a video as this broke out. Everything. Man. I mean, everything is gone, Odie. There's nothing left.
No. Terrible.
We don't know what caused the fire. We just know that someone in the community needs help. If you know her sizes, get it to us, and we'll make a post of that. Mm-hmm. And if somebody opens a checking account, something that would help her, let us know where we can pass that information along to everybody, to anybody that will want to help her.
Because she's going to need it, and we need to stand up and help her out.
Yes, sir. And speaking of, we showed up, since we're on the fire subject this morning, here is the press conference that we attended yesterday. That is the fire chief,
Michael Ted Evans, who is in charge. And let me show you why he's having this little discussion. It's this right here. This is the Magnolia home that it was on 24th Avenue. It in the early morning hours this week, this caught fire. It is suspected to be arson at this point. Now, as you and I talked, it's a $5,000 reward.
$5,000 reward for information that leads to the arrest of whoever may have done this.
Yeah, and we do not know who did this.
And don't have any names of anybody that may or may not even be around us.
Correct.
That you won't find that on this broadcast.
No, sir. No, sir. We do hope that the culprits that are responsible for this are held accountable. And I have to say, that was a class act press conference that we had there. Done right, answered every question that was asked willingly, and we do appreciate that. That's how things are done. You talk to the press and you let them know what's going on. It was immediately done when it was figured out that this was arson, and you have to take it to the public. So, thumbs up. We appreciate the chief doing his the right thing.
Well, you know, with Keith, Vinny, working on this with the state fire marshals, they're going to catch whoever this was. I have no doubt in my mind. So if that's you go ahead and turn yourself in. Maybe get $5,000 you can use in the commissary behind bars. You never know.
We say that joke. Can you collect on your own self?
I don't know.
I'm just curious. I guess you'd have to go to court to find out about it.
Maybe we can try it with this case. I don't. Go tell somebody you'll split it with them. If you'll go turn me in, I'll give you $2,500.
Go ahead and get some affairs taken care of, because you're going to be gone for a little while.
Yeah, you might want to tie up a loose end or two.
This is something that you just don't hear. This guy has been making remarkable inroads in the state of Mississippi since he took office, catching bad folks. A lot of people gave him some lip in the beginning. He did come to Meridian one time, done an investigation, didn't find anything wrong. But around the state, he's found a lot, and he's told the folks this week that I want to cut my budget by $1 million. We're doing cutbacks. We're going to set an example of how not to waste taxpayer money. And here he is, that guy, Shad White. He has been doing cutbacks within his own department. He urges other departments to do the same in the state. And again, it's to save the taxpayer money. Hint, hint, Lauderdale County, y'all do something.
Ooh, wow.
Lead by example, and that is leading by example.
I think he's got his eyes on another seat.
It'd be some... What better way to say when you show up? Well, I cut my department by $1 million. What'd you do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do for the taxpayer of Mississippi? That's strong, y'all.
Yeah, it really is.
Tackled one of the biggest cases, and it's not over yet. That $5 million that disappeared and was misappropriated. He was man enough to stand up to it and go, y'all do it, instead of the good old boy system of, no, I'm going to turn my head. He done the right thing.
Yes, he has really brought forth light on a lot of subjects. A lot of places are being investigated you don't hear about because he doesn't just jump in the middle of it. He does investigate, got a heck of a team, and they take their time and do their due diligence. But when he shows up, he's coming to show out.
Oh, yeah.
Man, he has done a lot of stuff for our state.
So I found that interesting. It's a rarity that a politician will give back money and go, I got too much. It ain't heard of. So I thought y'all should know about that situation. She was on the show with us just time and time again. On Monday, this was a big deal, Odie. Let me blow up this picture just a little bit. Hand in the air as we see here. Jennifer Branning being sworn in to the
Supreme Court Justice, Central District of Mississippi. Like I said, this was a 8-year election, so she'll have that position for 8 years.
Big thank you to Jeff. He worked hard all along behind the scenes, helping Jennifer as much as could. She is now a member of the U.S. Supreme. Philadelphia, Mississippi is where she calls home. She is one of us. Very conservative. You can rest assured she presides over a case. It's going to be done right from wrong. Mm-hmm. And that's what we need. We need more people elected that know the difference between right and wrong.
She's really good. We did spend a lot of time, well, she spent a lot of time with us.
Yeah, and boy, we appreciate that.
Yes.
And I want to say thank you to because we really do have a lot of viewers, and if it weren't for you, she would not have been elected. We appreciate y'all supporting. We bring the candidates to you. You decide if there's somebody that you believe in. We appreciate that, and we're going to continue to do that. We'll start bringing some people in for you to decide on the Meridian City Council. That's going to be starting soon.
Yeah, we got somebody coming in. Now, you didn't see every candidate, but the offer is out there to every candidate.
Yes.
She came in and Scammer's gone, so... and he had an opportunity. He never did. So that was, nobody said, no, he's not coming on the show. We're not going to talk to him, nothing like that. That was his own.
But so she held the beliefs that we do. And again, my beliefs have nothing to do with what party you belong to, but right and wrong. It's down the middle there. You can't choose a side on that. Your decisions that you do as a politician decide, again, if you're right or wrong.
I like somebody that also keeps God in their forefront.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we need some more that will say, you know what, God belongs in school. Let's put him back in school. You see what happened when you took him out?
Yeah, it done gone to, well, I can't say that word. Mama told me not to.
Yeah.
We need good in this world is what we're saying there. She's going to represent us well. When you vote wisely is all we're saying.
Yep.
Yesterday, a bridge was shut down. And you go, why did the bridge come? No, it was all about freezing because a pipe busted. Let me show you the pictures here, Odie. This is by Cloverleaf, just down from the Meridian Police Department across from Wendy's as you go across the bridge. Cloverleaf, right? Look at all that ice.
And that's a bad area.
Police officers found this around 2 a.m., that water leaking. And as you'll see there, they're working to fix all that. Breezy and cold, you might say. But that's what they were doing. And I'm assuming that will open back up sometime today is what we think.
Yeah.
So there we go. We'll be right back as we travel along this morning. More to do, more to say.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back. Casey warning us of a possible scam in the area, and people do call, and they really hone in on elderly of scams. So y'all watch this. Never give your banking information to no one or your Social Security number, anything like that.
Don't go get prepaid credit cards from a store and give them the number. None of that. The reason they do it is because people fall for this all the time, and they're actually making money.
Right. If you're walking across a truck stop parking lot and a young lady asks you for $100, just keep walking. It'll be better for you.
Oh, we call them lot lizards.
Yeah, don't slow down. What was that joke about he got robbed 3 times? It's funny. We'll leave it at that. We are getting pictures of snow all over the U.S. of A. as we go here. Here's a picture this morning. This comes to us here from Dumfries, Virginia. Amelia Stewart sent that in to us. That's a lot of snow.
That's a lot of snow, and you can keep that. And if you feel like it, come down here and get your cold weather and bring it back home with you, too, because we don't want that down here.
Let's see. Let's go to Pennsylvania this morning. This one I really like. This fella looked like he's got his orange vest on, and he's enjoying the snow there. This is Loki. And what was interesting about him, he had a tie to Meridian. He was a roadside rescue that was picked up here, and his new family lives there in Pennsylvania.
And he's looking like, y'all sent me out of Mississippi to come up here.
It's funny. It's funny. Let's see here. Let's go to Withams, Virginia. Look at Virginia here. Look at that.
Wow.
That's a lot of snow there.
I will say it's beautiful, and I'd like to see snow one day to build a snowman, and I want you to melt and go on.
Look at Missouri. Isn't that dog's having trouble making it through the snow there. There's a lot there. See, I got one more, I think, that snow.
Janet's watching from Alamosa, Colorado. We know you got snow over there. Man.
Somebody made a remark that I was not, with this video, I was not posting local events, and why didn't people jump on me? Well, this number one, she is from Meridian, and she does some reporting for me from time to time. And then the next thing is a lot of snow. Second thing, it was funny because she fell down. Bailey Valco, here she goes. Wipe out.
Hey, you gotta have them poles. That'll help you.
I've never been skiing, so I don't know anything about skiing. But bless her heart, she fell down. But we do tell you stories that happen nationwide that are concerning, like the wildfires that are raging through L.A. That is important. There's people running for their lives.
Yeah, their lives are totally changed.
Yeah.
It's news.
It sure is.
We'll touch on that, but we are live and local. And we're
yes,
going
sir.
to tell you really what's going on here, too.
Do you remember in 1814 we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down in mighty Mississippi? Well, it happened today as the Battle of New Orleans broke out. We would lose a lot of things within that war. If I am not mistaken, wasn't the White House burned in that? No, that was another war.
That was another war.
Yeah, that was 17 back when George was around.
Yeah.
Anybody remember watching Troop? Was it Troop H? Was that what that was?
Troop F.
Troop F. Yeah, that was it. There he is. He passed away. He was born this day. Larry Storch. He was one of the main characters in that TV show. Because a lot of people aren't seeing that anymore. It's not played in reruns like it used to be. This should be a national holiday. January the 8th should be.
Yeah, I'll go with some of the other ones we got. This one ought to be
Hank Jr.
right there
even
with.
said one time it ought to be a national holiday.
Yeah.
Elvis Aaron Presley was born on this day back in 1935, and it should be. He got a stamp. He done a lot of things. A good fellow there. But Elvis Presley born today.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah. White House was burnt in 1812.
Yeah. Okay. 1812.
Yeah.
I was close, wasn't I?
Well.
1938, Bob Eubanks. Anybody remember this guy?
I must be on the front row.
The Newlywed Game.
No, that was not Bob Eubanks, was it?
Yeah, the Newlywed Game. See the
Well,
background?
yeah.
Newlywed Game.
I was talking about must be on the front row. That was Bob Uecker.
Bob Uecker, where he used to do the Miller Lite commercials.
Yeah.
And he always, what was that string of commercials that he did? I guess it was from Miller Lite.
It was, because they'd always go get him and say, "Sir, come with us," and he'd always say, "I must be on the front row."
And he did Major League. Wasn't he also in Major League?
He was the announcer of the
He was
Major
funny.
League.
And the Indians are losing again.
Yeah, whoopee.
Christy Lane was born today. And you go, Christy Lane, I know the name, I can't place it. One Day at a Time, Sweet Jesus. If y'all remember her. Born in 1940. That's been a little spell since she was around. I hadn't heard that song in forever. Now, I know this guy was big. I can't name not ne'er a song. I just remember from high school hearing the name and going, well, I don't listen to that, but more power to you.
You wanted his haircut.
David Bowie, and that's mild compared to the other ways he looked. I had to look for that one hard.
Yeah,
David
Bowie.
Bowie.
Different colors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he had a little bit of that. strange, I might say, in my world.
Yeah.
Me and him couldn't hang out. It was 1966 that this would come out. It would have a little tear in his voice as he sang this, and a lot of you remember Giddy Up Go. Red Savine had the number 1 song in 1966 with another truck driving song. You remember Giddy Up Go?
I remember Giddy Up Go.
He was just driving along there and it passed him one day. Giddy Up Go. Go back and listen to that stuff. It's a thing of the past. It was 1967, and this is what the guy, when you're bad, you will be remembered sometimes not for the good things that you may have done, but for the horrible things you've done. And I think he will go down in history as being remembered. That R. Kelly, born on today, and it will be those handcuffs that most people will remember him for, what he done to women.
Terrible.
We'll leave it at that. 1974, I didn't realize that Eddie Rabbitt wrote this. Did you? Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Chris Christopherson wrote How the Story Ends. We go back for Roddy Millsap as he went in and recorded Pure Love. Baby, it's pure love. Milk and Honey and Captain Crunch. That would, of course, be Eddie Rabbitt that wrote that. And then Chris also writing one of those.
Wow.
Big hits back in the day. We would lose a celebrity today.
Oh.
Anybody remember Stymie? He passed away today from the Little Rascals. Some folks refer to it as Our Gang, but it was the Little Rascals. What is interesting about that is he grew up and he was somewhere working. And a lot of people, he got out of acting, and people didn't really realize who he was.
It took him a little bit because he didn't just go scream it from the mountaintop.
Ooh, y'all want to talk about a pretty woman. This redhead is probably one of the best recognizable faces there is. 83 had her first number 1 today. I can't even get the blues no more. Reba McEntire. That's a pretty big deal there. She's a sweet lady. Like her a lot there. This guy is
Rocket Man.
He's scared of Chuck Norris, and he's also scared of a guy named Trump.
Yeah.
Kim Wong, how do you say it?
Kim Jong-un.
There you go. They didn't teach that in 7th grade when I was there. One of our very own made it to Nashville, and she done quite well for herself. She also entered the Jimmy Rogers. I don't think she won it either.
I don't think so.
And she left and went on up there. And I remember getting the picture in the mail, and this guy from Nashville coming by the radio station saying, we got this girl that we're fixing to release this song on. And whoop, it went number 1. Oh, Faith Hill. She's a wild one. Y'all remember that? 1994.
Wow.
My, how time flies.
You know, she's a actress now, too.
I've heard about that.
Plays in 1888. You hadn't seen that? 1883.
But
along with her husband.
But I really am not going to watch it now because I know how the story ends, as Ronnie Millsap saying. It's they can fight all they want. They're going to lose it.
A couple of years later,
they lose it, Odie.
No, they give it away.
Same thing.
Yeah, they did.
What you fighting for if you give it away?
Yeah.
That's called a writer that lost his vision.
Well, so I think he got tied up trying to come up with 1883 and 1923, and he got confused, and somebody talked him into writing something for Stallone with Tulsa, and it was awesome. And then he come up with this Landman, and it is awesome. He goes, let that go. We got these two.
I'm not so sure that there's not a couple of more. The guy's very talented.
Yeah, he is.
But I would have much rather that ended on a different note there of everything that they fought for to have meant something.
I mean, if it would have gotten rid of some of the area and kept some for themselves, and that's where Rip and what's your name started the family over again.
Right.
But not moved to California, and they've got. I don't think I'm going to watch.
What was it, that famous line from Gone with the Wind? There's only one thing we're fighting for, Katie Scarlett. Only one thing we're dying for. That's land. And he had it in his hand.
But they did. They gave it up, moved to California. So I don't.
Odie, I couldn't absolutely. His voice on this show bothered me.
Well, I got something to sell you if you want to buy it.
That's him. Anybody remember this guy from Green Acres? He had a little bit of everything to sell. Mr. Haney.
Mr. Haney here.
We all had a Mr. Haney that used to come around. Seriously.
They did.
They had the little car. They had a rolling grocery store, came to your house and wanted to know what you wanted. It was the early Amazon guy. is what that was.
You could buy it on the spot.
I almost feel like everybody was kung fu fighting because this guy was like tough.
Oh, this dude was bad. You didn't want to meet him in a dark alley and make him mad.
No, he wore a sweater for a reason, didn't he?
Yep.
Didn't want to show it off.
Scars.
There you go. Mr. Rogers gets his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1997.
Yeah.
And who would have thunk that 97 was that many years ago? Seems like yesterday.
I'm telling you, we already a quarter of the way through this century.
I was in my 20s.
We just started.
Oh, we caught a bad guy today back in 16. You remember this guy, El Chapo?
El Chapo.
He was arrested today. Put him in jail.
Think it slowed anything down.
No, I think he dug a tunnel. Didn't he?
Everybody else is still using it. I think Trump's the only one wanting to close it.
Hey, what about this guy? Y'all remember Dave Thomas?
Oh, man.
Wendy's. It was named after his little girl there.
Yep.
2002, he passed away. And this, I'd forgotten about this girl. Who remembers watching The Monsters?
I used to like The Monsters.
There you go. There is Yvonne DiCarlo. Is that her name?
Yeah, that goes with it.
She had a streak in her hair, kind of resembled a skunk.
Yeah. You know, Herman was the judge on Vinny.
Yeah. That was good. Wasn't he in like Car 54 or something else?
Yeah, he was in that. And he played on Pet Cemetery. He was the neighbor in Pet Cemetery.
I didn't.
Oh, well, you didn't watch it.
No. That was a scary movie. I didn't watch that.
Yeah. But,
I watched like 30 seconds of that, and I saw an animal come back to life, and I thought, well, I got to get up and go to the bathroom. And I never came back.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
What's a ute?
You're the best break this old heart ever had. My first taste of Texas had blue eyes and golden hair. Oh, and anybody that could sit down and write, Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. We remember Ed Bruce, who passed away on this day back in 21. He wouldn't have a chance in country music now. Well, he's not Mr. GQ. He doesn't wear fancy blue jeans, and he's not a sex symbol. He could just sing. Something that used to be how you got a record deal.
Wow.
Facts, folks, facts.
Yeah. Things that make you go,
That's right. 747 coming up. We're going to find out a little bit more about what's going on with the Boy Scouts. Plus, we've got some more headlines, what's going on, shaping our communities. That's all next here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Sad news is we have to tell you this. A lot of you will remember Puff the Magic Dragon lives by the sea. Anybody remember Peter, Paul, and Mary?
Yeah.
Well, what's his name? It's Peter. Yeah, Peter has passed away of Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Oh, wow.
He was age 86, and I think he was the main author of Puff the Magic Dragon, and he always said it wasn't about that illicit drug when everybody else said it was. We don't know.
Puff, puff, pass.
Yeah, that's what it kind of resembles there. So that happened. We hate to see a legend like that go away. Let's see. Let's tackle a couple of things from Clark County. During these winter months, it's fire after fire after fire. Yeah. It first reported yesterday. There was reported there was a death in Clark County. There was not. We want to point this out. This would be on County Road 2341 there in the Beaver Dam community. There's nothing left of this home. Look at this. Y'all pray for that. They're going to be needing some folks there with some supplies as people turned out to help there. Also, last night, we had another fire as we go to our friends at Clark County Hot Topics. Here's a fire that broke out here in, I believe this was in Stonewall, if I am not mistaken.
Terrible.
Watch these space heaters, whatever you do. If you see smoke and it looks something more, call a fire department. They can call them back and say, forget to call.
We would much rather be there and it not be anything, and we find something to help you out, than we would be called late to something that turned into a fire. Believe us, we'd rather be there early and nothing happened.
Oh, that's right. Well, we go back and we talk more about, let's flip this camera around as we get ready to talk about, well, the Boy Scouts. Again, give us the dates and how you can get tickets to come out and support this. A big fundraiser for y'all.
Sure. So Eagle Club Breakfast, February the 11th, Faith Baptist Church. You can give us a call, 693-6757, or you can visit our website, choctawaareacouncil.org. And I'd love to have as many folks come out as possible. This is our single biggest fundraiser for the year to support all the operations of our local council in the 6 counties we serve here around Meridian and Lauderdale County. So,
tell me this, on average, how many scouts a year go through the program? Is it a huge amount?
So it varies. We're down a little bit from where we were before COVID. We ended the year this year north of 500. So we're excited about that. We didn't have growth this year, but we're looking at that and wanting to get more kids involved. There's some areas in our community that do not have scouting. Some of the counties we serve do not have scouting. So we'd love for the opportunity to get scouting going in those communities. If you don't have something going in your community, Clark County, Choctaw County, Alabama, currently in Neshoba County, we would love to get scouting going again in those communities.
So if someone's interested in starting a troop in those areas, do they just call you, get in touch with you? And
they can get in touch with us at the council office, give us a call, and we would love to entertain the opportunity to meet with some parents and maybe some former scouts in those communities to get scouting going again. We're actively working on that, but
as you bring that up, and I want to remind everybody, when COVID, things have just not been the same. Churches are still trying to recover, getting people back. People just quit doing things in community events, and we need to be strong. We need to get back to what we used to be, and that's what you're asking for.
And COVID was a detriment to our programs, just like many programs, but we have not, as a national organization, recovered from that yet. There are many places growing in scouting, and we would love to see that happening here and get more kids involved, because, like I said, this program really gives kids the opportunity to do something that is fun. In that Cub Scout realm, it's a family organization, so something for the parents to do with their young kids. And get out in the community and do great things in the community. We do a lot of service work too in the community and help support our community. And that's what we're trying to teach these young folks, because in 20 or 30 years, those impressions that we've made on these kids, they're making decisions for us that we're out of that light now. They are now making the decisions for us that we have to live with. And if we've taught them good things, scouting does that, they're going to hopefully make good, moral, ethical choices.
That's a good way to put it. What you teach today will affect you later.
It does.
Yep.
So we certainly appreciate you. Come in. The telephone number again, how to get in touch with you.
601-693-6757.
All right. Well, we appreciate you dropping off and spending a little time with us this morning.
Thanks for having me out
on
this cold morning.
It is chilly there.
A little nippy.
Y'all grab your jackets before you head out. Coming up, we're going to do birthdays and anniversaries, all that fun stuff. If you haven't given us that yet, please do. We'll be right back.
Here at Meridian Cycles, we're your CF Moto headquarters, and here at the end of the year we have a special deal on CF Moto C-Force 500 four-wheelers. We're offering these for only $69.99 plus tax and title. It is a fantastic deal, and let me tell you some of the features that this four-wheeler has. This C-Force 500 features aluminum wheels, power steering, and a 2,500-pound winch, all at an incredible price of $69.99 plus tax and title. Come see us at Meridian Cycles, 80 Highway 19 North, right here in Meridian, or call 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. I don't know all the details, but do you remember that case in South Mississippi where the FedEx driver was shot at? He sued.
Yes.
We don't know how, who, or what, but the charges after 2 years have been dropped against the father and son that fired the shots. Not enough substantial evidence, however you want to word this, but it's been thrown out. They did not come back with evidence to support the claims against them, so those charges have been dropped, thrown out of court. Interesting there on that. I expected a little different outcome. I didn't even realize that Biden had visited New Orleans after all the tragedy that struck there. But
I don't think he realized it either.
He may not have. Another thing to also remember is Jimmy Carter has arrived in Washington, D.C. His body will lie in state before he goes back home to be put to rest as our nation pays respect for our 39th president of the United States. The man from Plains, I can still, as a kid, remember Hank Jr. When it come out. This would have been probably 78. Last fall, we elected the man from Plains, and we expected a lot of great big change. Thank God the New South is still the same.
Well,
It's been a while.
He changed ownership of the Panama Canal.
Sure did. Here, take it. We don't want it.
Would you give me $1?
Trump says, well, he's going to get that back.
Yeah, it's ours.
We'll see what becomes of that. Lots of talk, lots of changes in our future.
Well, hey, do you want to go to the Gulf of America?
I've heard about this.
Yeah, boy, we tried to do it to the Gulf of Mexico, and I don't know why we didn't. I mean, the Gulf of Mississippi. And, but.
Gulf of America. You think there's a chance that could happen?
I think so. Amy said, leave it the way it is. Been like that since 1600 and something. I said, I kind of like it being, I wish it was Gulf of Mississippi. She said, why not Gulf of Alabama? I said, because they didn't think of the idea like we did.
We'll see what becomes of it. And have y'all heard what the cheapest price for a ticket to the Super Bowl is?
Yeah, it costs $0 because I can sit in my living room and get better TV view than y'all can. How much is the cheap
$5,500 for the cheapest ticket. There's no way. Upon paying that $5,500, you run the risk of being mugged in between there and your motel room or getting run over. It just, I'm not for those.
They're going to stick a dump truck on the middle of the roadway.
Well, they need to, or garbage truck, something. But we'll see. But $5,500 is the cheap. That's probably nosebleed.
You know why they selling them for that much?
Because people pay it. Yeah.
Why are we paying $90,000 for a truck?
Because you keep paying it.
Y'all, use that noggin. Wait till that new manufacturer comes out with that $8,000 truck. See what Odie's driving.
We'll see. We'll see. That's what we've got going on this morning. Let's do some birthdays now.
We got some birthdays. Let's see what we got here. Frankie Garrett's having a birthday. Evelyn Shelby, David Singleton, Tawana Barnett, John Leggett, 67 years young today. Alan Nicholson's 44. Joyce Pickens. Lee and Autumn James. Congratulations yesterday on your new baby coming into our world. Christina Evans Oliver's having a birthday. Shelby Wing, Milton Lewis, and Joshua Campbell having birthdays today. So happy birthday to each and every one of y'all.
Boy, I was just sitting here looking at the pictures that we're getting out of L.A. It is awful there, folks. With here's terrible. Just a picture that they're showing here. This is coming from Daily Mail. This is L.A. Look at that.
Man, terrible.
We wish everybody, and it just goes on and on, the many pictures that are happening there.
Yeah.
All right, as we close out, we go to the good Lord above. What did he tell you to say today?
Ooh, Josh Gibson, you've got a birthday today. I didn't have it down, so happy birthday to you. We're going to go to John 9, verse 37, and it says, and Jesus said unto him, thou hast both seen him, and it has that talketh with thee. And he said, Lord, I believe. And he worshiped him. We do believe in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We believe that God sent him for our souls. Lord and Savior Jesus Christ shed his blood that we will have everlasting life and live with him in eternity in heaven. All we've got to do is have him in our hearts. Do that today. Man, start fresh, start your life, and it is nothing more wonderful than having the Lord Jesus Christ cover you with his blood. Y'all have a wonderful day. If we see y'all out and about, say hey. We love that. We love to say hey back to you because y'all come and tell us thank you. We want to tell you thank you because without you, wouldn't have anything to do in the mornings. But remember, most of all, we love you. Have a safe day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.